The Google Pixel Watch isn't perfect, but it's the smartwatch Pixel phone owners have been waiting for. The combination of good looks, smart software, and the assistance of Fitbit's fitness tracking features results in a strong showing for a first-generation device. For this Pixel Watch review, it was difficult to separate the device's true performance from the excitement of a brand new flagship smartwatch. Google and Fitbit at their best. It almost sounded too good to be true, and, for the most part, it delivers. Google apps work flawlessly, and Fitbit's health tracking remains as comprehensive as ever. However, as time passed with the Pixel Watch, some issues arose that were uncharacteristic for a $349 smartwatch, but not surprising for a version 1.0 device. The battery life is uncharacteristically short, and the large bezel is a missed opportunity. There was also a worrying moment when I thought I'd never be able to put the watch strap back on my review unit, though I did eventually figure out the interchangeable band mechanism. Despite these reservations, the Pixel Watch provides a wearable experience that is distinct from the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 while remaining similar to the Apple Watch Series 8. That is, Wear OS on the Pixel Watch deviates from the software on Samsung smartwatches in a way that mimics the Apple Watch's intuition and interconnectivity. That is why I consider it to be one of the best smartwatches of the year. The GPS plus Bluetooth-only Pixel Watch costs $349, while the LTE-compatible version costs $399, probably you can find some discount at this point. This makes the Pixel Watch less expensive than the Apple Watch Series 8 but more expensive than the Galaxy Watch 5 and the recently released Fitbit Sense 2. The Google Pixel Watch is a plain-looking smartwatch, perhaps even minimalistic. It only comes in one size, 41mm. Those with larger wrists may be disappointed by the lack of a larger option, however, it fit me perfectly. The face has a rounded shape and a 3D glass dome. This raised effect draws attention away from the display's thick bezel, but it doesn't change the fact that a large portion of the display is inaccessible. Maybe it's because of my previous experience with Samsung watches. I can't help but think that incorporating a digital rotating bezel in that space is a missed opportunity. The Pixel Watch appears to be a dark mode device without a doubt. To further conceal the bezel, the interface and all of Google's watch faces have black backgrounds. The only watch face that amplifies in the bezel is Google Photos, which I actually like from a personalization standpoint, despite emphasizing the watch's small size. Some users have complained about OLED burn-in on the Pixel Watch display, but Google claims that what they are seeing is image retention and that it is shifting pixels frequently to avoid. The digital crown on the side resembles the digital crown on the Apple Watch, complete with tactile grooves. The Pixel Watch has a small button above the digital crown that opens recently used apps with a short press, which is a feature that the Apple Watch's side button only got this year. A long press on that button summons Google Assistant. The Pixel Watch is available in 3 different colors: matte black, silver, and gold. Google introduced the Pixel Watch alongside a selection of 7 interchangeable straps in a variety of materials and colors, all of which are only compatible with the Pixel Watch. Because it is a proprietary mechanism, swapping the bands requires some practice. To be honest, I struggled a lot at first, and I was convinced I wouldn't be able to get the band back together. But I eventually got the hang of it and am optimistic about changing the straps based on style or occasion. Fitbit powers Google Pixel Watch fitness tracking, so users will get both basic activity data and access to Fitbit Premium's holistic health features. The watch can track over 40 different types of workouts while also counting your steps and continuously monitoring your heart rate. The heart rate measurements impressed me because they not only updated constantly on watch faces with heart rate complications, but also adjusted quickly during workouts. I wore both my Apple Watch Series 8 and Google Pixel Watch during a yoga practice, and the Pixel Watch displayed my heart rate changes at least a full second faster than the Apple Watch. In addition to monitoring heart rate, the Pixel Watch can take ECGs to detect signs of atrial fibrillation. When it came to GPS tracking during walks and runs, the Pixel Watch's distance readings matched those of the Apple Watch on both open roads and my local trail. The workout interface displayed my metrics throughout, including distance, time elapsed, steps for walking, pace, and earned active zone minutes. Fitbit introduced active zone minutes in 2020 on the Fitbit Charge 4. According to World Health Organization recommendations, you should spend 150 minutes per week in moderate or high-effort heart zones. It may appear to be a daunting target depending on your current activity level, but it is intended to be motivating for those looking to devote more time to fitness. One thing to keep in mind is that some users have reported that the Pixel Watch appears to overestimate their calorie intake. So keep that in mind before you take all of that information to heart. Fitbit Premium unlocks more advanced features such as a daily readiness score, sleep tracking analysis, meditations, wellness reports, and more for $9.99 per month or $80 per year. Google is giving Pixel Watch users a free 6-month subscription to Fitbit Premium, which is the standard promotion for all of the best Fitbit devices. I will say that Fitbit Premium appears to have become less optional, with the most compelling health tools locked behind the membership. You might not need it if you only want basic activity metrics, but I doubt I'd enjoy the Pixel Watch experience without it. The daily readiness score is a major reason for this. Fitbit gives you a score every morning of how ready you are to get moving after calibrating with 4 days of monitoring your sleep and activity from your Pixel Watch. When I get a good night's sleep, my readiness score indicates that I'm ready for a lot of activity. When I don't get enough sleep, Fitbit tells me it's okay to rest that day. A recovery feature like daily readiness score is something I like about the Oura Ring Gen 3 and wish the Apple Watch had, because overtraining can lead to injuries in my case. Fitbit Premium also includes advanced sleep tracking. You will receive a summary of your sleep stages as well as data based on your long-term sleep trends. Fitbit has the best sleep tracking in the game, hands down. In addition, the Google Pixel Watch has been updated to include sleep profiles, which compare your sleeping habits to those of a corresponding animal. This feature has helped me understand sleep patterns. Again, I believe that omitting Fitbit Premium will limit the Pixel Watch experience. Paid companion programs are becoming more common in the wearables market, ranging from the Apple Watch and Oura Ring to Amazon Halo and Whoop. If you don't want to pay a monthly fee, you can still get activity tracking and health sensor readings from the watch. Menstrual tracking features are also not behind a paywall, which I believe many users will appreciate. The Pixel Watch, as one might expect, leverages Google's suite of services with Wear OS, providing nearly every program a person might use on a daily basis. Google Maps over LTE, Google Calendar, Google Pay, Google Home, YouTube Music, and Google Assistant are all included. Google Maps guided me around, Google Calendar sent me 10-minute meeting reminders, and I activated my Philips Hue lights from the Google Home app on my wrist. I also relied heavily on Google Assistant queries. In my opinion, having Google Assistant here is a big plus. Sure, it's an expected one, but it's still good and very comparable to the Apple Watch's Siri for things like timers and asking for the weather. The Pixel Watch can also make phone calls. Wear OS is used by a number of the best Android smartwatches, both old and new, but it's not the same. According to my observations, these smartwatches only support a few Google services, never the entire suite, and with no discernible rhyme or reason for what's supported and what isn't. In the case of the previous Galaxy Watch, for example, we were promised Google Assistant but didn't get it for several months. It's about time Google released a smartwatch designed specifically for its wearable software. Everything just works. As a result, the Google Pixel Watch includes Wear OS familiar tile-based navigation, which moves as smoothly as I've ever seen. Though it differs from the menus on the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5, it demonstrates that Samsung truly puts its own spin on Wear OS. However, the Pixel Watch, like the Galaxy Watch, supports third-party apps such as Spotify and Strava via the Google Play Store. This is a significant benefit that has been removed from this year's Fitbit smartwatches, but that's a rant for another day. It's simple to open relevant settings from your watch on your phone, and you can also ping your phone if you lose it. You can use your phone's Watch app to create customizable watch faces, such as one that displays Google Photos images on your wrist. In terms of Google Photos, there's a camera remote feature that allows you to control the camera on a Pixel smartphone. This is one of my favorite Apple Watch features, so I was delighted to see a Pixel Watch version of it. The battery life of the Google Pixel Watch is rated at 24 hours. That's a little less than I was hoping for, especially since the Galaxy Watch and Apple Watch both received battery upgrades this year. With GPS draining 20% of battery life per hour, I couldn't even get that far in my testing. However, on a day when I didn't work out or use activity tracking, the watch lasted the entire 24 hours. A daily charge isn't unusual for wearables, but switching from the Fitbit Sense 2 with up to 6 days of battery life to a watch that lasts a fraction of that time felt jarring. Perhaps the Pixel Watch's endurance wouldn't be so disappointing if it didn't operate so similarly to a Fitbit watch. In terms of charging, the Pixel Watch comes with a simple magnetic to USB-C charger that resembles a pebble. It charged from nearly dead to full in about an hour, which is comparable to the charging capabilities of the majority of popular smartwatches. I can't think of a smartwatch that has been more anticipated than the Google Pixel Watch, aside from the Apple Watch Ultra. Now that it's here and I've tested it, I can say it both meets and falls short of expectations. On the one hand, Google services and Fitbit health tracking provide the ideal combination of connectivity and fitness tracking. It is, without a doubt, the best display of Wear OS to date. Fitbit's position as one of the most powerful wellness platforms on the market is also reinforced by the Pixel Watch. If you own a Pixel, this is an excellent smartwatch to purchase. My couple of complaints, on the other hand, reminded me that the Pixel Watch is still a first-generation product. There is always room for improvement. I'm already thinking about what I'd like to see from the second-generation model. Additional improvements that I believe would improve the Pixel Watch include 2 size options, more health sensors, and the ability to pair multiple devices to a Fitbit account. I say this solely out of anticipation for what's to come. What do you think about the Pixel Watch? Let us know in the comment and don't forget to like and subscribe to support us.